Hey, what's going on? I'm just doing a quick video on the fleet. As you know, I got the '07 GT still. Some things have changed with that. We'll talk about that a little bit. Uh, I still have the ST, and I mean, you probably, yeah, I just got this today. It's a 1992 Fox body convertible, 5-speed. Obviously not in perfect shape cosmetically, but structurally, it's extremely solid. The only bit of rust on this entire car is right there. That's it. And I'm gonna get the patch panel to fix that. And aside from that, like, I'm probably gonna get the patch panel to fix that little quarter. The other side has a little bubbling, but I think I'll be able to fix that without welding in a new panel. Interior is a little dirty. It definitely needs cleaned, but it's complete. Like, literally the only part the interior is missing is that little door trim, which I think might be in the trunk. But mechanically, this is a very solid vehicle. There's really, like, I drove it all day today. And it's $900. It's a 2.3 4-cylinder. It supposedly only has like 67,000 original miles on it, which, I mean, obviously, if that's true, they were all spent outside. State of that paint, but really, it's not too bad. Like, I mean, obviously, this isn't going to buff out, but it may not look all that bad once I'm done working my magic on it. But yeah, plans. Well, there's a box of parts in the back seat here. Some front end parts. A couple needs one tie rod end. That's like the only mechanical need that this car has. Tie rod end, and then honestly, a lot of it's probably just going to be body and paint. I plan on doing the body work and painting it myself, and an exception of welding in that patch panel. I'll probably have that welded in professionally. But aside from that, I plan on doing all the body and paint work, which is kind of why I got it. This was very cheap. This was $900, so I can't do any worse. Maybe I'll get a new trunk lid because I'm not sure if I can. I put the tape on there. There used to be a rack, the holes. I put the tape on there, so. But yeah, really, a swap is possible, but not for a while. It's not because I don't want to do it. It's because the paint and body work and the rest is gonna take enough out of me to where I probably won't want to turn around and tear it apart again for a swap. But the swap that I would probably do, I would either do the turbo setup on the 2.3 or just do a rebuilt 302. I'm not looking at any crazy power. Just make it fun. I mean, it already is fun, even with 80, 90 horsepower, whatever these come with. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this. There's not really anything else to talk about. I just got it. It was really cheap. And I'm going to do some fun stuff with it. Maybe learn a few things along the way. But this car, we'll talk about this one a little bit. We'll get to that. But I think the only two things that have really changed since the last time were I put a one-piece drive shaft in, And just this past weekend, I installed some 373 gears, which it's literally the biggest difference that I've done to this car aside from the supercharger. The supercharger was obviously the biggest, but the 373s really made it rip. Like, this car it's a different animal now. It doesn't feel quite like it did before, and I'm quite happy with it. But that's really all that's changed on this car. I haven't been driving it too much. I drove it quite a bit the last couple weekends, but hasn't been getting quite as much love as it probably should, because this one ain't going anywhere. This one's sticking around. Plans, I want to do cams next year. I want the Detroit rockers, but I would also go with the hot rods if those are the only ones available. Otherwise, it's probably just going to be some like little maintenance items, really, because this car's getting older, so might do some stuff to it eventually at some point. But that's pretty much all with this. Pretty much it. So I guess we'll talk about this now. This probably isn't going to be featured all too much on here, but this is, if any of you have been watching the garbage I put out, you'll know I had an R6 before, and I just kind of got the itch to get a bike again a couple months ago, and here we are. This is an 03 R6, very similar to the other one I had. I wasn't trying to buy an R6, actually. I was trying to buy a 600RR Honda, but this one, it was the right bike, the right deal, and long story short, it's in my garage. Not really a whole lot to say about it. It's very similar to the other bike. It's a little louder, has a different exhaust, but I've been having fun with it. I like riding it. I like riding motorcycles. But yeah, so basically that's what this is going to be doing in the back of these videos, because I have plenty of projects to keep me busy, to say the least. I'm excited to start on this one. I'll be riding that, and whatever I end up doing with that. This I should have enough to keep me pretty busy over the next few months, and hopefully come spring I'll be making some progress on this. I mean, I could change my mind a million times between now and then, so take anything I say very lightly. I don't necessarily mean any of it, but I'm kind of got my hands full. I don't really know exactly what to do with all of these, but it's gonna be fun either way. That's pretty much it.